Good evening, all of you. Open your prayer book. We'll chant the prayers on page 7 and 8. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Go to page 42 in our prayer book. Faith, faith, faith in ourselves. Faith in God. This is the secret of greatness. If you have faith in all the 330 millions of your mythological gods and in all the gods which foreigners have now and again introduced into your mindset and still have no faith in yourselves, there is no salvation for you. So here Swami Vivekananda is expressing his point of view on faith. Swamiji says, faith in ourselves is the most important aspect in our life, and only when we have faith in ourselves, we will be able to do things in the right way. Just imagine we go to attend an interview, and after the interview is conducted and it is almost successful, then if that HR asked you, are you confident that you are able to do this job perfectly? And at that moment, if we say, I think so, I will try, I am nervous, I think I can manage, then will that person give us a job? Obviously not. In that situation, if our answer is, yes, I can do it, I will put my 100% into it, and definitely I will be one of your best employees, then the person will trust us. And then he will be able to confide in us and give job to us. So when we don't trust ourselves, when we don't have faith in ourselves, then obviously the people around us would not trust us, would not believe us. People will just make fun of our words. Whenever we say something, they would probably take it easy. They will not take it seriously, because they know that we only say things, we don't follow it, and we don't have confidence to do it correctly. So that's why Swamiji says, always we should have faith in ourselves. Whether we know it, whether we are still in the learning process or we are perfect in it, that doesn't matter. When we have faith, definitely we will be able to do it in the right and perfect way because of our concentration and faith. So here, I would like to narrate a small anecdote. So there is an old woman and she has a son. He is grown up, around 22 or 24 years old. He is a very good person, very kind-hearted and a gentleman, but he is lazy, and because they are very wealthy and rich, he has a habit of just passing his time. He doesn't have the habit of working hard. He doesn't work hard. He simply sits and enjoys his life with the money they have. So one day his mother calls him and tells him that she may die very soon, And after her death, she says that she had transferred this property to an ashrama and asked him to go to that ashrama and lead the remaining life there. So after a few days, his mother dies and he goes to that ashrama and meets the Guruji. And the Guruji says, okay, you can start living here. And he shows him the kitchen where the food is served. And he says, that's it. You can come here, eat, and then simply sit in your room. So he starts doing this for a few days. And after a few days, the next day was Ekadashi. And in that ashrama, on the day of Ekadashi, all the inmates, they fast. So they don't eat food on that particular day. So the Guruji calls this boy and says, tomorrow is Ekadashi, so our kitchen will be closed. So you have to fast. So this particular boy, doesn't know what fast exactly is. So the Guruji explains what it is. But he says he is incapable of controlling his hunger, so he cannot do it. But the Guruji wanted to teach him that habit because it was good for him. Then he says, okay, and two conditions. The first condition is you have to prepare your own food. And the second condition is you have to offer this food to God, and only when God eats it, you can have it as a prasad. Otherwise, you cannot eat it. He says, yes, fine. Next day he prepares food and he serves it to God, and he is waiting in front of the idol of Lord Rama and Sita Mata, and he was offering the food to him. He was praying. He waited for so many hours, but God didn't come and have his food. But he had a faith that definitely God would come and eat and he could have his food. So he prayed to God again and again, he shouted, he did every sort of things, and the day went on. Next day, the Guruji called him and asked him, did you eat? The man says, no, I did not eat. He says, why? So the Guruji was expecting that this man would say that God did not appear, so I could not eat. But the boy says, God ate all the food, he did not leave anything for me. Then he says, is it correct? Yes. He said, Lord Rama came and ate my food and he didn't leave anything to me, so I did not eat it. The next month again, on the day of Ekadashi, same thing happened. And this time, this particular boy prepared some extra food. He says that after Lord Rama eats, something should be left for me. But again, he could not eat. And he gives the same reply to his Guruji again. He says, Lord Rama along with Sita Mata came and they both finished it. I could not eat. So the third month, this Guruji he didn't understand whether this boy was telling lies or something, and he didn't trust him. So while he was offering food to God, he was looking from a window and he was observing what exactly happened, and to his shock and surprise, God really appeared in front of that person and he ate that food. He was shocked. He couldn't say anything and he goes back and he sits and meditates. Afterwards, he thinks, I have sacrificed my life for the service of God, but God didn't appear in front of me any time. But this person who has nothing, who doesn't pray to God, who doesn't think of God, God appears and gives his blessings to him. Then after some time, he realizes that the difference between him and that boy was faith. The boy had such a strong faith that he was waiting for God to come and have the food so that he could finish it off. But whenever we all offer food to God or some prasad to God, we never expect God to come. Most of the times we are eager to finish it off after the ritual is completed. So that difference in faith made the difference in the life of that person. So then the Guruji understood that whenever we do something, so which we also must understand that when we just do something, it is not sufficient, right? We should have faith. We should have faith that we will be able to do it. We should have faith in the nature, that nature will help us to complete it successfully, and we should have faith in God, that God will come and support us whenever we fail or whenever we face difficulties in doing this situation or this work. So here success doesn't mean being successful in job, getting a job, or in business or something. Here success means doing everything and each and every aspect of our life in the right way. Every aspect, everything, every action, every work we do in our life, we should do it in the right and perfect and the clear manner. That is what Swami Vivekananda says here. He says, when we have faith in ourselves, then whichever work we take up in our life, it may be a big task, it may be a small task, it may be a simple task, but we will be doing it in the perfect way, in the correct way, in the way it should be done, then people will trust us, people believe us, and people respect us. So this is what is the message of Swami Vivekananda. So whenever we do something, even though something inside us says that we may not be able to do it, we should tell that, yes, I can do it, I will do it, I will manage it. Then definitely we'll be doing it in the right way. So thank you for listening. Have a pleasant evening.